Bayan ang tawag dyan, no? Dahil ombudsman is the prosecutor for the Sandigan Bayan. Tama po si Sir Jigs magpantay. Yan na lang po yung sandigan natin, sinasandalan natin for some semblance of justice, no? And some semblance of a balance of power. Pero dahil po alam ng executive branch na ito ay isang matibay na institusyon na mahirap impluwensyahan at mahirap pasukin, tila yata sinusubukan nila lagyan ng isang permanent figure for 7 years. No? Diyan, nasusunod po sa kanilang utos. So, in conclusion, tayo po ay lumalaban lahat laban sa korupsyon. Paano po natin lalabanan yan kung yung natitira nating sandigan po ay magiging manchado na ng kamay po ng Pangulo, kahit sino mang Pangulo, wala dapat mantsa diyan sa kagalang-galangang opisina ng Ombudsman. Now, why are we introducing Attorney Bobet Torion to speak in front of you? Napaka-importante po sa mga nakikinig. Sana po maintindihan nyo dahil legally masalimuot po. Si Attorney Bobet ang isa sa mga pinalad na nung nag-file siya ng complaint laban po kay Secretary Remulla, ay nabigyan ng docket number. Yun po yung hindi maintindihan ng marami, no? Kasi si Atty. Topacio talagang genius kasi, kaya baka hindi maintindihan ng mga bata. Na-assignan ng docket number. Ang sinasabi po ni Atty. Topacio, kung totoo po yung balita na may ini-issue na bagong circular ang ombudsman, si acting ombudsman, ano tawag mo? Overacting ombudsman? Oh, siya yun, ha? Hindi, kami yun. Kung totoo po na merong inisyu na circular, undoing, no, or repealing yung automatic assignment, and it will be applied retroactively, meaning, pwedeng yung mga dating kaso na may docket number ay tanggalan, burahan ng docket number. Napakadelikado naman po. Ibig sabihin, pati po yung complaint successfully filed by Atty. Torion ay maaaring mabura. Yan po ang nais naming ipaunawa sa inyo. Kahit ano po ang political color ninyo, intindihin po natin yung pagkadelikado nitong nangyayari na pagbalik sa mga mekanismo ng ating ombudsman. With that in mind, I would like to introduce Attorney Israelito Bobet Torion, live po yan via Zoom from Visayas, to issue his statement.
And we were finally entertained, and our case and the cases that we filed were stamp received at exactly 8:55 a.m. on September 15. Ang nangyari po, hindi paglabas namin, daming mga media nakaabang sa amin, nagpa-interview kami, yung docketing system ng Ombudsman Mindanao was still compliant with the memorandum of then Ombudsman Martires noong May of 2025. Meron kasing memorandum si Ombudsman Martires, May 5 of 2025, na pag mag-file ka ng complaint, automatic docketed na yun siya. No? So, hindi namin pa alam on that date na docketed na kaagad. Hindi namin din alam na meron na palang nag-aabang na naghihintay na mag-secure sa Manila, Ombudsman Manila, ng certification allegedly for Secretary Boying Remulla. No? Ang na-report na receive namin, parang kapatid niyang nakaabang doon. Pag print ng certification daw na receive nung kapatid daw ni Secretary Remulla, nakasaad na doon, may pending case doon sa certification. Ano yung pending case? Yung kaso po na na-file na namin dito po sa Davao City. Now, what happened was, on September 16, we filed an urgent omnibus motion for the inhibition of the acting ombudsman as well as to conduct proceedings in the Mindanao Station. Ang rason namin, marami kaming rason doon. Ang una kasi, napapansin namin na yung misis pala ni Acting Ombudsman Dante Vargas ay classmate sa law school allegedly ni Secretary Remulla. At saka yung manner by which he decided, no, yung kaso po na na-file ni Senator Amy Marcos na medyo mabilis masyado yung pag-resolve ito. Wala sa aging kasi may aging processes yang pag-resolve po ng kaso. And secondly, it would be very dangerous on the part of our witnesses who executed affidavits, who had personal knowledge insofar as the kidnapping of the former president last March of 2025 and forcibly brought to The Hague. So medyo delikado yung kanilang safety. So nag-file kami ng motion for inhibition. Now, merong nagpadala sa amin ng information na on the very same day, noong September 16, si Acting Ombudsman Vargas ay nagpadala ng memorandum na acknowledging na docketed na yung aming kaso, pero inorderan yung Ombudsman Mindanao na i-cancel ito, ang docket i-cancel yung docketing at i-forward yung mga records doon sa Manila, no? So, kasi information lang itong nakarinig sa amin, we had to write a letter right away, fast, verifying as to whether or not our complaints had in fact been docketed already, no? And whether or not it has been transmitted to Manila. And accordingly, we likewise filed a manifestation to the Judicial and Bar Council informing the JBC that that we filed cases already against Justice Secretary Rimulya, no? And that there are pending cases against him. So, noong September 17 naman, pumutok yung anonymous letter sa nangyari doon sa alleged bullying of Acting Ombudsman Vargas. Dahil nga doon sa kasong pinail namin na binubulyawan daw yung empleyado at bakit nadakit daw yung kaso kaagad, no? So, what we did was, we filed a supplemental omnibus motion for inhibition and for the proceedings to be conducted in the Mindanao Station. And we cited that, nag-viral yun sa Facebook, we cited that, and we cited likewise other reasons why there is a need for the inhibition of Acting Ombudsman Vargas. Luckily, on September 18 also, Deputy Ombudsman Anderson Lo replied to our letter and confirmed that the criminal complaints and administrative complaints that we filed had indeed been docketed already. Ano ang docket numbers? Nakasaad pa doon sa letter. OMB-M-C-SEP, meaning September 25, SEP 25-0413. Tapos yung administrative case naman, administrative cases, OMB-M-A-25-0496. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, kung docketed na ito, at na-forward na sa Manila, maski i-forward na sa Manila, maski may pending motion kami na dapat sa Mindanao lang, kasi sa mga reasons cited namin, ay kung docketed na ito under Administrative Order Number 7, Section 4, Rule 2 of the Office of the Ombudsman, hindi na po pwede i-cancel ito. Kasi i-cancel mo yung docket number. Sa tingin ko, whitewashing yan. Bakit po tanggalin yung docket numbers, properly filed na yan? Kung tanggalin mo yung docket numbers, in effect, you are whitewashing the cases. Because under their own rules, the Office of the Ombudsman, after docketing, shall issue an order or subpoena requiring the respondents to submit within 10 days within which to file their counter affidavits and controverting evidence, to which the complainant may file reply affidavits within 10 days from the service of the counter affidavit. On the part of the administrative case, their own rules, Section 5, Rule 3 of Administrative Order Number 7 also states that if it has been docketed already, the Office of the Ombudsman shall then issue an order directing the submission by the respondents of their counter affidavits, etc. And then thereafter that, under Section 5B, Paragraph 1, mag-submit ng verified position papers, may clarificatory hearings under Section 5, Paragraph B, das 2, and then reply position papers under Section 5, Paragraph B-3, and then formal investigation, no? The hearing officer can even proceed with a formal hearing investigation or formal investigation under Section 5B-4, where the parties are required to submit pre-trial briefs and thereafter, if need be, presentation of evidence, no? So, kumbaga, yung ginagawa po na kung totoo yung pinatanggal yung docketing ni Acting Ombudsman Vargas, sana hindi ito ipatuloy niya. Kasi alam na po ito ng taong bayan, no? Kung totoo yun na ipapatanggal niya, sana hindi. Ay, sa tingin po namin, unfair po yun. Unfair yun sa Duterte family who suffered very much in the expulsion, no, of the former president and his kidnapping. It is also likewise very violative of the rights of the private complainants, including the rights of the Filipino people to obtain justice insofar as the extraordinary rendition of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte to The Hague. Justice has to be achieved though the heavens fall. Yun po ang aking masasabi po dyan. Yan po ang buong pangyayari dito sa nagaganap, ongoing controversy concerning the attempt to cancel the docketing of the cases against the high officials which we mentioned and stated in the affidavit complaint filed by Acting Mayor Sebastian Duterte. Maraming salamat po.
Salamat, Attorney
Thank you,
Bobe, Toyon,
Bobe.
partner. Thank you. And I hope you can stick around for a little bit more. Baka sakaling may mga tanong po yung ating press, members of
problem.
the press. Okay.